and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. Last week I said 2022. I caught it when I was editing. I was like, oh, snap.
It happens, you know. It takes people like a month to get used to the new year and the new date. I'm sorry.
Man, who you telling? It's cold. We're supposed to get snow.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Allegedly, more snow's supposed to come today. Allegedly.
It's supposed to start as soon as this show's probably over, right?
Yeah, and I don't know who decided it was a good idea to schedule Boston College at 9 p.m. today, but...
College basketball game?
Yeah. Every year they do this. They have like an ACC doubleheader, and they always end up getting the 9 o'clock game instead of the 6 o'clock game, which is like the absolute worst.
Why don't they just start it earlier, like 4:35?
ACC schedule. I don't know how it's scheduled, but I just know there's a 6 o'clock game, and then there's a 9 o'clock game, and BC always has that 9 o'clock game on a Wednesday night.
Well, hopefully everybody gets home safely from that game.
It might not have. It might only have the students there. It might not be no reporters there.
Yeah,
for
do they serve liquor the whole entire time? Like, since it's later, yeah, they're gonna have a cutoff at a certain time because they always serve beer and all that stuff.
Yeah,
there,
they serve beer.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, good question. Good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. But what we do know is we got two teams that'll be we got four teams that punched their ticket to the championship game over the weekend. First up, let's start off. I guess we could start. What do you want to start off with? Because we could go through. We could go in order, but.
I called Jones Captain Blank Pants. Remember Captain Underpants? What you put in them underpants when you get nervous? That's what I called him on my paper. So whatever, bro.
If you don't know what we're talking about, he is talking about Daniel Jones.
He just straight bed. Just straight first half, just gave him the game first half. Like, game was over after the first quarter, bro.
Game was over after the first 5 minutes. This dude here.
He was falling over himself. Like, oh my God, it was bad. It was bad,
and
bro.
this comes up a week after people were saying how great, not people, he actually played like an NFL quarterback.
He did. He
played well, did the things he needed to do, and then you come back and you do that. Just that. It's just, ugh. It's very embarrassing.
Yeah, especially when you only give the ball to Barkley 9 times.
That was another thing. Yeah, that was another thing people were talking about.
He is your best player. Like, I don't understand what New York was doing, but we're not supposed to understand New York. If that was the case, we'd be New Yorkers. So with that being said, they watching the rest of the playoffs like everybody else.
You couldn't even score in the first half. They couldn't do nothing. It was, Philly's defense has been playing lights out all year. But you would have thought the way they played last week, the Giants, the way they played last week, they would have carried some of it over. Not all of it, but just some of it, to try to make it competitive.
Jones didn't even give those guys a chance, bro. Not even a chance. And then Hurts and them, they rolling. They well-oiled machine, very balanced. He only threw the ball 24 times. They ran the ball 44 times.
268 yards on the ground.
Because you want to know why? Mm-hmm. They don't care about this new culture of pass almost every single play. I get it. You want to display your quarterbacks, and this is the setting to do that. But you're also trying to win a championship, something important called a Super Bowl. So you have to be strategic.
And also you ran it that many times because your quarterback is coming back from a shoulder injury.
And you actually care about your quarterback.
You're not trying to have him throw the ball, just drop back and throw the ball so many times when you don't know how healthy his shoulder is. So he's
not even that type of quarterback. Like, you guys are successful because you guys are just a great overall team.
Yeah.
You run the ball when you need to. You throw the ball when you need to. You get turnovers. You get sacks. Cool. I mean, yeah, they put Jones down 5 times.
Listen, man, they made him look. They made him look like he looked like Sam Darnold out there when he was seeing ghosts. That's what it looked like.
He looked terrible. He looked terrified and terrible. Everything with terror that's negative, he looked like that.
Yeah, it was just all bad. But we gotta get kudos to the Eagles though. They once again just stuck to their game plan. They just keep doing what they're doing, and they said this is probably one of the most talented roster
overall.
overall, yeah, there's a few talented, but this one coming into the season with like the additions they picked up is like this roster is talented enough to make a Super Bowl run, and they're showing that, and
they're rolling at the right time. You go 4 for 5 in the red zone, you had to beat plus 11 minutes and 11 and a half minutes almost. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do with that.
Hey man, the Giants shot themselves in the foot. They got away from giving the ball to Saquon Barkley.
God, you said them shot themselves in the foot. I'm just thinking about when Jones dropped back and just fell on the floor.
Oh, he probably got shot in the foot on
that.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, the Giants, well, their season comes to an end, so they got some questions to answer this offseason, but they do got something to build on. But, man, the quarterback, he needs to – he got a lot of work to do in the offseason because people still are not sure about him, especially.
But the positive with that is, the last, 8 teams standing? So you do have something to build on.
Yeah.
It's easier to come in the offseason being a playoff quarterback compared to not making it. So even though he's not that good and his last game was awful, you're right, he still got something to build on.
And also from this game, Jalen Hurts is playing himself into a bag. Not playing. He's played himself into a big bag. He's gonna get a bag. If Philly don't want to sign him or don't think he's like that good of a quarterback for them to give him so much money, somebody's gonna be dumb enough to throw him all that money because he's already shown, hey, all you gotta show is you're capable.
My thing is, you have to play the games and you have to win. If you do both of those, how are they gonna not pay you or tell you you're not a certain caliber of quarterback?
Hey man,
I'm just saying though, like I'm just like.
My life goal is to trick somebody to overpay me for something I'm underqualified for.
I mean, the Eagles been struggling since Foles left, and he was a backup. So that being said, they should be thankful they got a quality quarterback that's making a good argument.
Yeah, but we'll see if they'll give him his money. All right. And the Dallas Cowboys fans, I know, y'all came in here hyped. y'all beat the brakes off the Bucks. Y'all was like, we want the 49ers. The 49ers don't want to see us. And then this is what happens when you run into a team that doesn't have a quarterback who's 100 years old and a defense that's not good. You got a young quarterback and a number one defense, and then this is the results you get, and a lot of questions are going to be looking at your quarterback and your offensive coordinator with that last play. Like, why did they have Zeke snap the ball on the last play like that? Why did they do that man like that?
They just wanted to give him double-figure carries, I guess, because he only had 9. Oh, my bad. He threw a pass. I don't know, bro. I just know he got stuck. But to be honest, man, I don't know what Dak was doing. I'm going to be honest here. I could be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But I think that game against the Buccaneers is the best game Dak will ever play. That's the vibe I got. Because for you to play like that, and for you to do this against a team with a backup quarterback, they only beat you by 7 points. You're 1 for 3 in the red zone. You only get 5 first downs out of 15. Like, they were basically trying to give you a win, and you guys didn't take it.
And then you turned the ball over. You turned the ball over. And both of those passes were bad passes. The first one was a terrible pass. The second one, they could have got picked off twice. The 49ers initial defender didn't pick it up, but then Warner just came in there and swooped it up. It was like a tip drill.
And then I heard analysis talking about, he's missing Purdy. No, not Purdy.
Pollard.
Yeah, he's missing Pollard. But that's why you have other players on your team. That's why you have checkdowns when you drop back. I don't understand why they're trying to make it seem like he only had one receiver the whole game, and that's Lamb. Just because you want to focus on one guy, that's your problem. Yeah. But you got to be better with your progressions. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, they just look like a team that was overmatched. Well, I wouldn't say overmatched. They just look like a team that didn't know what to do in the right time and place, because they had plenty of opportunities to get themselves in this game, get themselves a lead, but you got drop passes here, missing assignments on defense. They had a third down where they was going to get the 49ers off the field, but George Kittle made crazy. He made it. Talk about focus. He makes that catch.
When he was fumbling it?
Yeah.
That was a good catch.
He gets that one, and then even when the 49ers fumbled the punt, you was in good field position. You weren't able to get a touchdown. You got a field goal out of it. It's like,
and the 49ers did what I kind of always be saying. Like, you have to have some trust in the run game. Granted, you might not get that many yards per carry, but you got to keep believing in it. And for them to run the ball 10 more times, you see what happens. Same amount of yardage.
Yeah.
On each carry, so
yeah, and it was because Dallas defense was playing well the whole game, but the 49ers they just kept at it. And one thing about their offense, they do those little short passes, which are also kind of like running plays. So they just kept at it until they wore them down, and you could kind of see the defense was wearing down because in that second half, fourth quarter and stuff, you could see they started those 2-3 yard runs started turning into 4 or 5 yards each time they got the ball. So at that point, it's like your offense got to give you something. Because you're getting 3 and out, the defense constantly getting back on there and playing. It just took a toll on them.
If the Cowboys were gonna make it to a division finals, this was the time to do it.
Yeah.
Like this was the year.
Against Mr. Irrelevant.
That's my point. Like this, but remember, this is the year of the backups. Backups been killing this year. So, like, legit, like, if you put, like, starter wins and backup wins, yeah, the starters have more wins, but I'm sure it's not, like, drastically, like.
I'll put it to you this way. If Brock Purdy played the way he did for the Cowboys, the way he played for the 49ers, if he was on the Cowboys and played that way, Cowboys would win this game. They would have won that game. Purdy did not turn the ball over. As a quarterback here, there's like 2-3 passes that you have to make in the game. He made those passes, and the 7-year veteran did not make those passes. He just looked Mr. Inconsistent.
You heard what I said when the Cowboys segment started. I think we've seen the best, man.
No, you're right.
It's sad to say because I hope you got more, but and then it's like you jump all over an old quarterback, and it's like, yeah, you beat Brady, but it's like you beat a shadow of Brady. It's like a fossil Brady.
Remember that scene in Coming to America, with the Joe Louis scene?
Yeah, like
that's exactly what it was. Joe Louis was 75 years old when he fought Rocky Marciano.
But no different when people was beating Jordan. Oh, I beat Jordan. Like, no, you beat a shadow of a man named Jordan. With the Wizards, you wasn't beating Jordan. Yeah. So, but kudos to Dak for beating, probably one of his idols. But like, if that's your claim to fame,
that's the only thing Cowboys fan can put up there. They ain't make a. It's been 20-something years since they made an NFC Championship game.
But you beat Tom Brady. I guess.
Literally, I think they said Jerry Jones about to be 80. I think they said I think he was like in his 50s. Last time they won the Super Bowl.
You see when you see the meme. You sent me that meme.
Yeah.
The Jerry Jones picture. He's looking at Dak like that. That's the only time I see that picture to be funny. Like, that's the only time.
But you make an investment like that with Dak, you have to at least get your team to the championship game at least once.
Yeah.
Just once. And there's been times you had a great offense and a somewhat decent defense, and now you had a great defense, but your offense didn't even play up to par. So it's like, if not now, when? Because you looking at some of these other teams in the league, they're all going to make moves to get better. So it's kind of like, as you said, that window of opportunity is like, man. Ooh. And these 49ers, they're a young team too, so it's like.
And the Cowboys got a backup that might have performed better.
I've been saying that for a while.
I'm just saying, he had one bad game this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
All right, to the AFC we go. So when are people going to start channeling the energy towards Josh Allen and the failures of him as a quarterback to get his team? Because coming in, everybody was giving the Bills the Super Bowl favorites. Josh Allen, MVP frontrunner, they were calling him. And then he came up short. My students were asking me, they asked me about the Bills and stuff, and I told them the Bills aren't going to be good next year. They're going to be who they are. They're a September, October team. That's it. Once you get further into the season,
And it's crazy because they're from the cold. Like, you would think they would thrive in this time of the year. We both picked the Bengals.
Yeah.
Because we knew something was off with the Bills. As you see,
to that Miami game, yeah.
as you see, something was off. They just said, Allen, go win us a game, do whatever you want. And you know, when you let him do whatever he wants, or you put most of the responsibility on him, you guys don't do well. Like, he's not Lamar Jackson. And as you see, even the Ravens don't do well when you put so much on your quarterback. And you guys had a great system when the year started, and you guys just started just doing whatever you wanted.
It was snowing. Like, it was really snowing. Cincinnati Bengals had the more balanced attack. 36 pass attempts, 34 rushes. Buffalo, 19 rushing attempts. Like, this is the weather where you utilize your running game. And I don't know if I told you this during the season, but I don't know if I told you this, but the Bills, you can run on the Bills.
Yeah.
They have not been able to stop the run in 3 years.
You're right.
And Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine, they just, every time it was right up the middle, and the Bills couldn't do nothing about it.
They weren't disciplined. Cincinnati was, only 2 penalties for 9 yards, but Buffalo 8 penalties for 60 yards. Allen, you don't throw a touchdown.
Nothing.
Coaching staff, you don't understand Mother Nature, the other factors that go into losing and winning games. As you see, this culture of pass every single second you get. During winning time, you have to make winning plays and winning decisions.
Yeah.
And that's just how I feel about this game. This game was just, no.
And I'm a big believer in, don't be having your quarterback out there just always trying to run people over and run the ball, because it's not a recipe for success unless you can't do it. But it's not a recipe.
But even that.
Yeah, his was.
He gets chipped away at it, and then look at him.
And then he learned, like, later on, he learned, and it was just one big freak accident. But these guys, I'm just, this whole Josh Allen thing, I'm just looking at him, I'm just like, all right, you're supposed to be better. You're a franchise guy. These are the types of games you're supposed to make the plays for your team. You're supposed to make the right calls, and he didn't do nothing.
Oh, no, my bad.
He had that one rushing touchdown, but that was it. That drive was it. The Cincinnati was like, it seemed like Cincinnati knew everything they were going to do.
I mean, they are kind of one-dimensional. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know who their running back is.
I mean, listen, Stephon Diggs had a total of 4 catches.
Now, who's their starting running back? Because usually Allen's the leading rusher, so I don't even know who their running back is.
It's usually Singletary and Cook. Usually they do rushing by committee, but they weren't even trying to give those guys the ball. So I just think if Josh Allen was a different type of quarterback, or he looked different, there'd be headlines all over the place of, is he the guy? Is he the guy that's going to lead us? Should we give him a big contract? Should we do that? Yes.
If he had a tan like me, yes. Or like you,
yeah.
That's an obvious,
Yeah. Because we see it clearly in Baltimore. They like trying to get rid of the Baltimore quarterback.
Because that culture is sensitive.
Oh my gosh.
That's all it is. But we ain't sensitive, so we can take the brunt. They can't, bro.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's just what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, we've seen this is 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row they've came up short in the playoffs. I don't care how great of a game that you had with the Chiefs last year, you still lost. The year before, you was in the championship game, you lost. Y'all said y'all were going to get back there, you haven't. You lost again. So, and it's another thing I'm talking about the Cowboys. Yeah, this was supposed to be their year. They beat the Chiefs in the regular season. It was like they finally beat them. And then they felt like this is going to be their year. And now the Chiefs are going to their 5th straight AFC Championship game. And the Bengals are going to their 2nd straight AFC Championship game. And back to the Chiefs. Started off the season, everybody was talking about are they even going to finish first in the AFC West or even in the AFC? And it was just like, all right, got a whole bunch of new guys here, new offense. We're not throwing the ball down the field no more like we used to, killing you with the deep ball. Now they're killing you with the long drives. And Mahomes has not played a road game yet in the playoffs.
That's dope. Kudos to Mahomes. I like how they took some responsibility off his shoulders and just made it balanced. They were the definition of balance, 30 and 30. Yeah. 30 passes, 30 rushing. Then they had almost a balanced attack when it came to getting first downs. I think it was like just almost equal with passing and rushing first down. So this is the formula for success. This is the formula that the Chiefs need to get back to the Super Bowl to win the 2nd time. And remember, last time I seen Mahomes, he was running around getting sacked. So that being said, I hope things change this go around.
Yeah, and they don't even. So apparently they don't have two of their best two weapons on there. Miko Hardman and that dude Tony.
And they don't have a tackle too, right? The offensive tackle. I think it's injured too.
Yeah, he might be put. I think all those guys might be coming back for this game.
Okay.
But yeah, they didn't play this last game. But it's still, yeah. You look at this Chiefs team. Like, people are used to them winning a certain way. Now, a lot of games now, it's like they're winning close games. They're winning one-score games, and these are the type of games that make you a more mature team. Granted, they've already been there before, so it's kind of like now it's just a different style of the Chiefs that people got to get used to.
As you know, they should, because they're being more logical in their play calls. The Jags, kudos to the Jags for making it this far.
Competitive.
They definitely improved the culture. They need a lot of work with their line. I don't know why they stopped running the ball. You're averaging 7.6 yards a carry. The Chiefs, that's their Achilles heel, the run defense. I don't know why you didn't just jump on them.
And it wasn't like the game was too far out.
No, it wasn't like. And when they ran the ball, they would break off some decent runs.
Yeah.
And they just had a hard time protecting Lawrence the whole game. So like.
It just also helps that your coach doesn't like to go to like the or after a game and stuff like that. You got a coach that likes to. After they lose, he want to go and learn what they did wrong, so they could.
Now, would it have been a problem if they lose? If you took the whole team?
I mean, the season's over at this point.
No, I just meant after a game, let's go relieve some stress. You know what I mean?
It'd still be a bad look, but you could still kind of use it. We're using this as a team
bonding.
Team bonding.
Yeah, ain't no bad look.
We need to get our heads right after a loss.
They grown men, like, how's it a bad look? All they do is look at.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just the optics. It's like you lost the game. Why you go there?
The rule in college, bro. Win or lose, we still booze. So like, we still gonna go party and have a decent time. We're gonna sit there and dwell in the room. Like, we already lost. So it's like, you know what? Might as well try to forget about it. That was the motto in college.
I'm just using this time to crap on Urban Meyer, my team was gonna fly home. I'm gonna just stay up here so I can go.
Oh, that was definitely his motto. That was definitely his motto. By himself.
He let the whole team go back to Jacksonville. He said, "I'm gonna stay up here and go to the bar up here." like what?
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
Up in Ohio, I'm pretty sure the ones in Florida might have been better than the ones.
I mean, if he was smart, he just would have had the whole team just stay and do a team bonding thing. And they all go.
Yeah, it was his restaurant too, but it was one he owned.
Why wouldn't you just? It's like a tax write-off. There's all type of things you could do with that. Oh, these guys ain't that bright. Oh man. What?
So we got the Chiefs and the Bengals playing in the AFC Championship game. The Cowboys fan, they was doing that in Madden. They went on Madden.
Yo, I seen so many TVs broken and punched by Cowboys fans. Like, why do you guys get so angry? It kind of is expected,
right? Very. 49ers and Eagles NFC Championship game this Sunday taking place. It'll be a good one. So as you can see, it's pretty much the four best teams are pretty much in it. So not too many upsets happened this postseason, just one or two. But Craig's gonna give us a preview of the championship game, the No Huddle, and we got our first Bruins update. Yeah, we dabbling into hockey for a little bit and college basketball.
What up, everybody? Welcome to No Huddle here on After the Whistle. And let's talk NFC, AFC championship games. Let's start with the NFC, where I feel like the most drama is. You've got the Philadelphia Eagles, who have dominated the season, lost some games towards the end, had some bad losses by some teams they should have beat. They've got a quarterback who's been doubted all season, has been doubted his entire NFL career, and doubted in his college career, coming in playing like an all-star, Pro Bowl level talent, with a with a stacked roster. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith at wide receiver, Miles Sanders at running back, and one hell of a defense. And, they took out the Giants. No, not a big surprise there. Yeah, I did call the Giants for that game. I really thought the Giants defense was going to rattle Jalen Hurts, but having that time off, coming in, not even at 100%, he looked incredible. Their team looked incredible. It was a great victory. And then you got the 49ers, who have an incredible story going on. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, becoming Mr. Most Relevant. Third string quarterback, getting the start, bringing his team to the playoffs, not losing any games, winning a playoff game, beating the Cowboys, and playing actually some really good football. Say what you will, but the boy has been playing some good football, making good decisions, being mobile, not throwing a lot of interceptions. He's playing really good football. Now, with that being said, has one of the best rosters in the NFL. Pro Bowlers at every level, one of the best tight ends, one of the best running backs, a high-level utility wide receiver, a deep threat wide receiver, and a defense to rival any in the NFL. So with that being said, I want to call it for the 49ers, because how great would it be to see Brock Purdy come as a third-string quarterback, make it to the bowl game? Be incredible. But experience tells me that Philadelphia takes this one. Now you have Kansas City Chiefs versus Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow is my boy. He's going to be one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback, by next season, following season, whatever, what have you. Number one quarterback, number one wide receiver, highly talented number two wide receiver, very good third wide receiver. One of the top 15 running backs in the NFL, with a very capable backup, decent offensive line, underrated defense, going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, considered to be the best quarterback in the NFL, battling a high ankle sprain. Is he going to be ready for the AFC Championship? If he is ready for the AFC Championship, will he be playing at 100%? Yeah, we saw him get hurt to come back out on the field after taping up his ankle and being in the back medical room for MRI, whatever, and come back in the game and still win it. Yeah, we saw that. But this is a different ball game against Cincinnati. Can he do that against Cincinnati's defense? I don't know that I see that. They got no Tyreek Hill. Yeah, they got Juju, and they've got Tony, and they've got the best tight end in the NFL in Travis Kelce. Jerick McKinnon is playing really good ball, running really well. Can Kansas City Chiefs pull it off? And to me, the answer to that is no. Joe Burrow is super accurate, super talented, super athletic, very mobile, and he's got all the weapons he can need. He's got a healthy team, and I just don't believe the Kansas City Chiefs are going to do it. Cincinnati, Philadelphia for the bowl game. All right, you heard it here, and that's all I have for you this week. Till next week, back to After the Whistle. See you next week on No Huddle. Later.
All right, and we are back. So the Boston Bruins are like on a historical run right now as far as just wins. They're on pace to win like 60-something games. They're on pace to have the highest points scored this season. They have the best home record in the league, the number one offense in the league. And, man, I don't know what they did during the offseason, but, geez, these guys are coming back with some vengeance after losing in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, man. All that sounds good. But in this region, we just need Stanley Cups. That's just it. When was the last Stanley Cup they got to? Was it the Blackhawks, or they got to another one before that?
They got one recent, 2019.
The last one I remember is the Blackhawks.
Oh, Yo, that.
I'm always gonna be scarred by
Don't
that.
remind me. Don't remind me. I left the house.
How do you refresh your computer screen and they losing that time span that you refresh something? That is ridiculous. So
Please don't remind me.
we need Stanley Cups out here. This is a championship.
2019 was the last time they were there. They were there. They lost. I had to wear that St. Louis Blues jersey.
You're right. And then a couple years before that, that's what they got.
Yeah, that was that Black Hawk.
The craziest run ever.
Yeah. But right now they're putting themselves in a good position to have a home ice advantage. They got everything going for them offensively and defensively, and they got the city excited to watch them and the Celtics because those two they kind of both got the best records in their respective leagues. So a lot of excitement around them, which is good because Bruins fans are kind of when they're not good. I mean, I've seen Red Sox fans be extremely miserable when the Red Sox lose. Bruins fans, that's a different type of miserable.
Yeah, because hockey out here is kind of like an acquired taste. So we all don't like go to games. So like, there's a certain type of fan that supports hockey in this region. So like, they get a little. I'm not around many hockey fans, so like we don't really see it. But the ones we are, it's like, yo.
I seen it once. I was on the train after a loss. I was on the commuter rail after a loss. You would have thought it was doomsday.
Yeah, I don't get. For one, I don't get too into anything that much that it affects my heartbeat. So I don't understand those fans that get too bent out of shape with wins and losses.
They love the sport. So the Bruins, they won last night. They beat the Canadiens 4-2. They are playing again. They are in Tampa Bay tomorrow. They will be playing the Lightning. So right now, in the Atlantic Division, the Bruins, they have a 9-game lead over the next opponent.
That's
they're
dope.
38-5, and then Toronto is the next with 29-11.
That's dope. Hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah. All right, some college basketball. I saw the Syracuse freshman, Mintz, is that his name? That dude fast. That dude is fast. I saw they played North Carolina last night. They lost because he got a flagrant.
I was just thinking about when he slapped dude from Bryant in the face. That little quick, and them dude pushed him. Just the slap. The way he slapped him was funny. That was hilarious.
Oh my God. So right now in college basketball, Purdue is the #1 team in the nation right now. Purdue.
Well deserved though.
Purdue, yeah. Well
deserved.
Yeah.
That boy nice.
And then right after, we got Alabama, and that freshman Brandon Miller. He might be the #1 pick in the draft. The way he's playing.
Now a lot of people talking about him being #1 pick, but
there's some dogs out here. But he's.
You got what's his name? What's his name?
Yeah. Oh, Victor.
You got Victor.
Oh, my bad, Everybody got the Victor.
You got Victor.
Everybody's playing for the #2 pick.
You got him. What you got? What's his name? Scooter? Or Scoot, whatever?
Yeah, the guard?
Yeah. I'm forgetting people right now.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
So there's some decent guys coming up. The big man from Purdue, solid though.
Let me rephrase that. Everybody, he's fighting for a #2 spot. We already know who's #1. Everybody's just fighting to be whoever's going to be #2.
So they got some guys coming out.
Yeah, definitely. There was also some upsets over the weekend. Temple beat Houston.
Okay.
Kansas is on a 3-game losing streak. They're playing Kentucky this weekend.
Okay.
In Kentucky. Duke lost to Virginia Tech the other day.
Okay.
So I've been keeping up with college basketball here and there. I haven't been. BC plays tonight at 9 o'clock. They're coming off a win over Notre Dame. They needed that because they had lost some heartbreakers.
They did.
They needed that win.
They definitely did.
So they're playing Louisville tonight. Hopefully they don't let one down because Louisville is not good at all.
They pooped this year.
Very much so. I don't know why. And then McDonald's All-American list was announced. The players was announced.
I have not seen it. I've seen a couple kids that are on it though.
Yeah, it's of course, DJ Wagner's on there. Bronny James is on there. The kid from California, the #1 player in California. The one's going to Duke. I forget his name. I think his name's Jaden or something.
Off the top of my head, I don't know right
I don't remember his name. Yeah, I don't remember his name.
I'll be honest, bro. There's so many players, and there'd be like some guys like saying he's #1, #5. It's like, bro, where's this dude been at? I haven't seen him at all. So like, there's the guys we know about, and there's the guys that that fly under the radar. That you hear about.
Yeah. So. So that's that. That's all. Oh, and then this one, Georgetown finally ended their Big East losing streak. They had like a 30-something game losing streak.
Is that the game homeboy scored like 30-something on?
Yesterday, I think it was last night.
Last night?
It was either yesterday or the day before.
I thought it was over the weekend. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be getting the games mixed up as well, too, because I know that God scored like 30-something.
Oh, that might have been the game over a weekend.
Okay, yeah, it might have been that.
Yeah, but they ended a losing streak.
Okay.
So kudos to Georgetown, baby. They could step in the right direction and get back to the glory days. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to take them time.
Okay, time for our player and coaches interviews. All right, first up we got Trev. Barry Rogers from Lynn English. Yesterday was their senior night. Graduating 3 seniors from the team. They had a nice little ceremony for them. It was cool. And then they beat the brakes off Medford. Check this out.
Congrats, ladies.
Yeah, they beat the brakes off them.
All right, Coach. This was probably one of your better all-around game. What set the tone for the ladies in that first half?
I mean, we knew we wanted to come out with energy. We knew that, this team got us early in December. It was a game that I wasn't able to coach in because I was sick at the time. So we had this game circled, and I definitely wanted to make sure that our seniors had a real good senior night, and we came up with that high intensity.
All right, defensively too. What did you guys? It was kind of back and forth for a little bit, and then it seemed like you guys really set the tone on defense, and then put a run together to separate yourselves. What did you guys key in on the defensive side?
Man, I just told them at halftime, like, foot on the gas pedal. Foot on the gas pedal. I mean, even though we have some returners from last year, we're still learning. We're still learning as a new group. We're still learning how to win, how to play hard, how to come out in the first half, set the tone, and then continue to finish that in the second half. And I think we did a good job with that tonight.
And lastly, senior night, how happy are you just for the ladies to get this opportunity?
Man, it's emotional. I ain't even gonna hold you. With Jody, I've been knowing her since 6th grade at Marshall. She played for my sister there. I've been knowing Rosetta, same thing, since she was at Marshall. She played for my sister. And Maddie, we grew up in the same neighborhood, Marion Garden, so I literally watched her be born to now be a senior for me here. So it's a special night. I'm glad to send them with a big win, but we still got more work to do, and we're going to go get it done.
All right, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Next up, we got Jaylee Perry. She had a game high 21 points. They would tell me mixed numbers. It was like 20 or 21. I counted 21, somebody else had 20, but she had a game high.
That's
and
dope.
like 10 or 12 rebounds.
Okay, double-double,
Yeah.
Jaylee.
So check this out. Then we got some prep stuff happening. Some prep school basketball.
Where the monsters are.
All right, Jaylee, you guys came out with the win. You had a big offensive night for you. What was working for you on the offensive side?
Mainly, it was working on my drop step. I've been working on it and it showed this game.
All right, what did you guys do defensively to get them out the game? You guys separated yourselves late in that first half. What did you guys do defensively?
Defensively, we really worked on our fouls because we do get in a lot of foul trouble. So we mainly just focused on that and it got us up.
What was the difference between this game and the last time you guys played them? It felt like you guys let that one get away. What did you guys do differently this time?
Differently, I'd say the teamwork. We worked as a team. We worked hard this game, and it showed from the last game.
All right, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, and we are back. All right. Saturday, I was at the Andrew James Lawson Invitational at TD Garden. It was pretty much an all-day event. Some competitive basketball. But first up, the first game I got there at halftime. It was Everett and Beverly. Everett made it close. They got the D down to like 4. Then Beverly went on a run to close out the game and won it. And then I talked to Ryder Frost after the game.
All right, Ryder, you guys came out good first half. You built up a big lead. They cut it down in that second half. What you guys do just to overcome them when they got the lead down to 4?
I would just say we just kept fighting, just kept, in the timeouts, just saying we just got to play defense, go in transition, just slow it down. They wanted to slow it down, run a bunch of plays. We just wanted to get rebounds and go and, kind of play our style of basketball, and we were able to get the dub.
What was working on offense in that first half? You guys put up 40 points in that first half. What was working on offense for you guys?
I just think getting into the middle and looking opposite and just being unselfish. We were getting layups, we were getting good looks from the jump. So just being unselfish, just looking opposite, getting into the middle, just trying to pick pick their little pressure apart.
How is it just playing in this arena right now?
It's crazy. It's a crazy atmosphere. So many fans. It's just awesome. It's unbelievable.
And you guys are on a 3-game winning streak right now. What's been working in this winning streak that you guys have?
Just it all starts on defense. You know, we're still trying to get better defensively. Still trying to keep playing together. Like I said, just being unselfish. Just trying to get good looks, not force anything. And just keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully we'll keep it up.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, man.
All right, and we are back. Next up, we got Milton Academy guard Murphy McLaughlin. They defeated Austin Prep. He has some big shots. Check this out.
All right, man, you guys came out here, you got the win. It was a little slow start. What kind of changed it? What changed for you guys after that slow start?
Definitely our other captains, Gavin and Jack Graham, kind of pushed us and brought the energy, our whole team, and really just played defense hard and brought out the energy. So that was really it.
Yeah, what did you guys do to slow them down? It seemed like they found a 3-point shot early, and then it seemed like once you guys tightened up, they really couldn't get nothing going.
Yeah, we just had to lock in defensively. That was really it. That was the key to the game. Stopping the point guard, they had a really good drive, and they all could shoot the ball. So.
What worked well for you guys offensively?
Offensively, we were shooting well, getting to the paint, feeding our big man down low. They couldn't guard him, so kept giving him the ball.
What was it just like playing in this environment, playing in this arena?
Oh, this is a once-in-a-lifetime type thing. Just can't get anything like it. It's one of a kind, so it was so special. I'm more than grateful to be able to be here.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and we are back. Thank you, Murphy, for that. Okay, next up is, all right, Rutgers commit Gavin Griffiths. He's like ranked number 43 in the class of 2023, and yeah, he's serious. He gets buckets.
You go.
Check this out, yeah.
All right, man. It was kind of like a tale of two halves in that one. First half, they had the lead on you guys. What did you guys do differently in the second half to?
We just needed to. We're a real good transition team, and as soon as we started getting rebounds and we could push in transition, our guards play good defense. So as soon as they started getting steals, we started getting out in transition, getting layups, easy buckets. Their defense was real good, so we had a hard time scoring on their set defense. So as soon as we could get in transition, it just changed the game.
And also defensively, what did you guys do in the second half? I mean, at one point you guys had them at like only 12 points for a while. What did you guys do?
I think our energy. I think as soon as we started scoring, our defense energy picked up as well. And as soon as we started, it's hard to play defense when the other team's scoring and you keep missing, and then they keep scoring. So as soon as it was the opposite, we scored, they missed, we scored, our energy started picking up.
And what's it like just playing in this arena, in this environment, and what got you going on offense too?
Oh, it's crazy. It's I've seen so many games here, and I mean not in person, but on TV, and just being here in the huge stadium is crazy, and playing on that court. It's long, which I think helped our team because we're a fast team, so. The length of the court I think helped us, and it's really cool playing there. And I mean, how can you not be motivated to play here? So.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, and lastly, we have Jalen Harrell from St. Sebastian. They're 14-0 right now. That team's tough. Check this out.
Man, you guys came out here, got the win today. Offensively, you guys scored 91 points, I believe. What's been working for you guys offensively?
Just moving the ball and knowing our mismatches and making sure our defense is right all season.
Definitely. For you, what was working for you?
In the beginning of the first half, my shots wasn't falling, so I just sacked the basket. And after I got a little warm, I started to move outside, and I played good.
Can you describe what it's like playing in this gym and in an environment like this in this arena, I should say?
It's great because of the history. It's always great to play in TD Garden, and we love it. We want to do it again.
And how do you feel the team is playing at this point of the season? How do you feel like you guys are playing at this point of the season?
Right now we feel unstoppable because we're like 13-0, and it's not really competition right now, but we just got to keep working and practicing, keep being humble.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, time for some highlights. All right, check out our first highlight, which is Austin Prep versus Milton Academy. Check this out.
Exactly.
Then next up, we have Dexter Southfield. Do you know where that is?
Southfield? Southfield? I'm not positive. I can Google it, though.
Dexter Southfield versus Kingswood, Oxford. I know where that is. That's in Connecticut.
Let's see. I mean, Dexter's in Mass, I think.
Yeah, check these highlights out. we are back. All right. What we got next? We got one more highlight for you. We got Worcester Academy, Brewster, game of the night.
Yeah, as it should be.
Packed house, D1 commits everywhere. It lived up to the hype. It was a good game. It's up on YouTube too. If you haven't watched it and you want to check it out, I'll put the link. I'll put the YouTube link somewhere in there. But it's up on YouTube. Shameless plug. Back. It's time for our top 10 plays in the divisional round, the top 10, and then we're going to do our game picks, and then we got to get up out of here before the snow hits. All right, Ed, we are back. Okay, time for our, quickly, little high school basketball update. Lynn Tech boys, they moved to 9-2. They won yesterday.
That's dope.
They won by a lot. Lynn Tech girls, I believe they moved to like 7-3. They
That's
also
dope.
won yesterday. Lynn Classical girls are 14-0. They beat
That's dope.
They beat Revere yesterday. As I said before, Lynn English girls, they beat the brakes off Medford yesterday, so they moved to, they're 9-4. St. Mary's boys lost a tight one against Brockton. Brockton hit a late three with like 27, with like 10 seconds left in the game. Ended up winning 61-57.
Okay.
Lynn English boys remain undefeated. They have a matchup with Malden Catholic next month in a couple weeks, which is going to be a very good one at St. Mary's at the Spartan Classic. So make sure you're there for that, because that was going to be a really good one. All right, so we're doing top 10? Top 10, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
top 10.
No, not top 10. Game picks. My bad, game picks.
Okay.
All right, this is it. Game picks. NFC Championship game, San Francisco and the Philadelphia Eagles.
I got the Eagles, man.
You got the Eagles?
Yeah.
I just think the 49ers are rolling right now. They're like on a 13-game winning streak coming into this game, playing really well. I think the 49ers going to get this one. But it might be by like a field goal. It'd be one of those games that comes down to a field goal because both of these teams are really, really evenly matched. And then an AFC Championship game, Bengals and the Chiefs.
It's just hard to go against the Chiefs, man. I'm going with the Chiefs, bro.
It's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row.
True.
It's
But
really hard.
If anybody's going to do it, it's the Chiefs.
I mean, the Bengals have beat the Chiefs.
Oh, my bad.
They beat the
Yeah,
Chiefs 3 times in a row.
Oh, yeah, I got the Chiefs.
I too am going with the Chiefs. I just think it's their year. Mahomes going to get the MVP this year. I think they're just trying to prove a point. So
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, my bad.
it's all good. It's all good. That's it. We are out of here. We got to go. They got a show coming up in here. LCTVA, you know where to find us. We out.